Hello, my name is Andrea, and I will be talking about my app called Could Be Anything Trivia. During our brainstorming session, this was one of the first ideas that Jane had come up with. I really liked this idea because I wanted to make some kind of game or something fun, and I could see a way to implement most of the requirements for the final app project. This is a simple trivia app on random topics. First, I was thinking of doing silly questions or like ridiculous laws. For example, it's illegal to tie your giraffe to a light or telephone pole in Georgia. Makes you wonder how many people in Georgia have a giraffe. But I figured people would probably get frustrated with having to Google every answer. So I went with more typical categories, for example, art, history, and science. So on the home screen, you see that we have 8 categories. Each category has 5 questions. The location category will only display 1 question per grid square. Have a place to display the score, and there is a Start New Game button. A place to log into Twitter. You can share your score, and you can also log out from there. Each screen does have a return to the home screen button. When it does return, it will save your score until you choose to reset it. Okay, so for a short demonstration here, starting from the home page, you want to hit the Start New Game first, so it will set that score to 0. If you don't do that, the system will not be able to calculate a score. We can start with category here. We'll go to art. Okay, so we'll scroll down a little bit so you can see the score at the bottom. If you click the check answer button before entering anything, it will give you a message to enter your answer in that box. Then we'll click the return button just so you can see how it does go back to the home screen. And from the home screen, we'll go to a different category. We'll try geography. So on here, I did pick which continent is the driest and typed in some random letters so you can see it when you click the check answer button and the wrong answer is in there, it does at least let you know. And then we'll go ahead and answer one of these questions correctly. So we'll answer the question, what is the largest rainforest? That would be the Amazon. We'll go ahead and click that in. And then when we click check answer, that'll give us a little ding and a correct will display in the box, and it'll add 1 point to your score. I'll answer another one, get another point here. There's a little ding. Then I'll click on the return to menu so we get back to the home page and you see that your score has been carried over. And go ahead and click on this location category. You'll see as it takes a while to populate the latitude and longitude, and then it'll populate the question that there's only 1 question for this area. So that's it for the demonstration. Okay, so I believe that all the requirements were met for this project. I had some text boxes and buttons included in there, images for background, sound included to indicate when that question was answered correctly. The TinyDB was used to save the score. And then we have the location sensor to do the location question. It did include a link to Twitter. So I didn't make a whole lot of changes to the requirements as it went. I did add an extra category just to make it look nice on the screen. I did remove the reset button to only being on the home screen. Originally thought to put it on each page, but that created too many possibilities of accidentally clicking it and wiping out your score before you're ready to.
Hello, my name is Jane Open, and my app name is called App Reminder. The purpose of this app is to remind the user of their upcoming due date of their bills. This will help the user to keep them on track with their credit and their finances. The app will be user-friendly, so they can enjoy and can easily navigate the app with no hassle. I came up with this idea after I realized I was late on paying a bill, and I thought that I was not the only one that forgets to pay bills due to overscheduled life events. My original plan for this app was to build an appointment, birthday, and bill reminder app, but due to time constraints, I thought on focusing on just one idea, so I can get it done on time. This app is so important to me so that I can get my bills paid on time and don't miss any due dates. And I thought that it would be useful to others for the same reason as well. So this is how my app looks like. There are four buttons for the user to choose what they want to do. So when the user click the bill reminder button, another screen will open so they can enter their bill information, and whatever they input there, they can easily save it and retrieve it and do search for the bill name at a later time. This is the overview of the designer block code for the bill reminder screen. I use the TinyDB stored value so the data that they input will be stored and can easily retrieve when they need it. The notifier is just to let them know that the information they put has been added and saved. Now, when they click on the notepad, they have two options to choose from. One of them is the to-do list, where they can put their things to do or grocery list, and it will be saved in a list view type. This is the blocks of code for the to-do lists. And lastly, when the user clicks on the other button, it will direct them to a new screen where they can check their current location and the weather forecasts. I believe that I used all the features that were required to do this final app project. Using TinyDB to store and retrieve the data, Notifier to let user know that the info that they input has been saved and added, location sensor for them to check their current location, and multimedia such as the images I use for my app to look more entertaining and a player for the bill alarm. The changes that I had to make was making my app smaller and more focused on a single reminder with an alert instead of multiple reminders.
What went well on the project for the team was the brainstorming and the Tuesday meeting in class is how we figure out how to do our final project. And also, despite our scheduling conflicts, we're still able to complete our projects.
The high points for this project was that we started out strong with the brainstorming. We had lots of ideas. Also, when I figured out a way to use the location sensor, for a while I could not think of a way to add it that would make sense with the rest of my trivia app. So it was a good feeling to get that part done.
The challenges and issues that the team encountered were not being able to meet whenever we needed to because of our schedules and not having enough experience in putting together an app. It was challenging but fun learning new stuff as we progressed with our projects, and it looks like it turned out very well.
So what I would have done differently if I had the project to do over would be to save some vacation time. So I could discuss a time to meet with my team member, then request that time off from work. And that way we could get things done faster and it would have helped a lot with time management.